The first thing you need to know about Garden of the Gods RV Resort is that it is 4.6 miles or 11 minutes from the Garden of the Gods Park Visitors Center and parking lot by car. You can actually walk into Garden of the Gods via the south entrance, which is only a half mile from the RV park. We'll tell you why walking into the park via the south entrance might be a bad idea at the end of this video. Let's get started. Since you found this video to learn about the RV park, let's talk about price next. The location makes Garden of the Gods a little on the expensive side. RV sites run close to $100 per night for full hookup. Even the tent sites run more than $50 per night. Sites are gravel. Generally they are flat, but our RV had difficulty leveling. So we moved some of the stone around so the RV could get level and still keep all four tires on the ground. We also found the sites to be narrow and just enough room for slide outs and a picnic table. Full hookup sites are available with electric, water, and sewer. We were towing our truck and booked a pull-through site. Back-end sites are also available. The dog park is located by the playground. It has a few trees and it has an all-stone surface. We used it a little so the dogs could be off-leash. We found grass in other places the dogs preferred elsewhere in the park. Additionally, as you can tell, we like to walk our dogs around the park. It gives us a chance to film the park for these videos and stretch our legs. Do you like this walk and talk format? Leave a comment to let us know. There are 2 pools on site. We used the upper pool. It was nestled in the woods surrounded by cottages. It is a small pool but well needed for our brood after being on the road for the day. It was very refreshing in the heat of summer and shaded by trees to provide a nice environment. There were few chairs when we were there, so we either sat on the pool deck or swam. If the main pool is busy, this one might be more quiet. The other pool is at the entrance to the park by the registration office. Before we continue with more on the campground, there are some things you should know about the area. The United States Olympic Training Center is located in Colorado Springs and is only 14 minutes away from the campground on the east side of I-25, as well as the United States Olympic Museum and the U.S. Olympic Committee. We know that even Olympic sailors train here. We also know someone who is stationed in Colorado Springs as a member of the Air Force. Located here is the Air Force Academy, Peterson Air Force Base, NORAD, and Fort Carson. I'm sure these have an influence on the active, healthy, outdoorsy vibe of the city and its people. Back to the campground amenities, and later we will discuss why we chose to stay at Garden of the Gods RV Park. The playground is nice with swings and slides. There is room to run around and a structure to climb on. It is located near the dog park towards the back of the property. Dumpsters are located by the bathrooms. The bathrooms were in good condition and clean. Showers seem nice and laundry tubs were available for your use. Campground staff directed us to our site with a cheerful personality. The check-in was easy and simple, and the service was good. He also pointed out that my generator exhaust pipe was hanging low. After we got set up, I made a trip to the local Ace Hardware for screws and pipe strapping. I found the gentleman that helped us to our site, and he had a cutter for me to borrow. We thank him for his over-the-top service. It was an easy fix to strap the generator exhaust back onto the bottom of the motorhome. Midland Trail and Fountain Creek are in front of the park for a nice urban walk or bike ride. The Midland Trail is almost 8 miles and good for foot traffic and bike riding. If you choose to go on the trail, note that it is in the city and it may not be as safe as going to Garden of the Gods Park. Garden of the Gods RV Park is an urban campground near US 24 and 7 minutes from Interstate 25. It is located near the park and in a residential neighborhood with commercial buildings scattered around. There are many restaurants and stores, including banks and supermarkets within walking distance. Stay until the end to learn why you may not want to walk into Garden of the Gods Park. There are many tall trees in the campground that provide shade and really add to the beauty of the park. Some sites, like ours, were in full sun. The pull-through on the tent sites in the middle of the property have little to no shade. Sites can be rented long-term, and we think many of those are in the shaded sites around the campground. So if you want shade or something special and are only staying a couple nights, you may want to call and request a site that has what you are looking for. We stayed here as a stop on our way out west to Utah and Arizona to see Garden of the Gods Park. If you are liking this video and want to see videos about the Grand Canyon, Zion, Lake Powell, Monument Valley, and more, subscribe now. We were amazed at the pictures and videos of Garden of the Gods Park on YouTube and the internet and wanted to see it and hike to those rock formations. Our other reason was to get into an RV park at a decent elevation because our brood gets altitude sickness. At 6,000 feet, we had a good night's sleep and did not have to worry about getting sick due to the altitude. As just discussed, the tent sites are in the middle of the park and are surrounded by RV sites. The tent sites, due to their location, will not be quiet. We needed to leave early to get to Monument Valley, and I am sure we woke up many tent people when we left. We basically had to pull out and make a late right-hand turn close to the tents in order to clear the RV next to us, and should be considered when tent camping here if you want a quieter place. We like to hear from you. Let us know if Garden of the Gods Park is worth the hype in the comments. The main reason we wouldn't walk into Garden of the Gods Park from the campground is due to the elevation change. From the RV park to the visitor center is a 200-foot elevation change and undulating hills. Not a big thing if the weather is mild and you exercise a fair amount. However, if it is hot or you aren't used to strenuous exercise, it could be difficult. To continue your planning, watch this video next.